Hey guys, we're going to go ahead and go over examples 1 and 2. I'm going to go ahead and read the question to you, kind of go through it with you, and you guys are going to check your answers as we go. So for example 1, it says that Steve estimates that his water bottle holds 2 quarts of water. Is Steve's estimate reasonable? Now what reasonable means is, does it make sense that that's, the estimate? So the strategy here is to use benchmarks to determine whether the estimate is reasonable. So you want to use what you already know about customary units and what they look like and examples to figure out if his answer makes sense. So we're going to look at the different benchmarks for different units of capacity. So a cup, you can think about a measuring cup you might use in the kitchen with your parents when you're baking or making dinner with them. A pint, you can think of the little pints of milk you get in the lunch line. 1 quart I always like to think of those smaller bottles of milk that are about this size. It's about half of that, and then a gallon of milk. The quart is between the size of the pint and the gallon. Circle the quart. So we want to circle the quart, which will be this one. Okay, now we have to compare the benchmark to the estimate. So he's saying that it's 2 quarts. So 2 of these bottles make 1 water bottle. So do you think the 2 1-quart containers hold more or less than a water bottle? Well, if I'm looking at 1 quart, it seems to be very close to the size of the water bottle. So 2 quarts I feel like would be too much or more liquid than he needs. So his estimate is not reasonable. Okay, now we're going to flip the page. We're going to go to example 2, which says, Otis wonders how long this marker is. Use customary units to estimate the length of the marker. So we want to use benchmarks to estimate the length again. So we want to choose an appropriate unit of length. We want to think about how long a marker actually is. Okay, do you think we're going to measure in inches, feet, or yards? Okay, so a marker, let's go ahead and fill in the blanks. A marker is definitely longer than a paper clip, right? And shorter than the piece of paper. So we want to use a paper clip to estimate the length of the marker. We always want to use the units closest to the right amount. So we're going to use the benchmark to estimate the length, and they already lined up the paper clips for you. So the marker is how many paper clips long? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, or about 5 inches. Whoops, 5 inches long. The paper clip is about 1 inch. So the estimated length of the marker is about 5 inches. Okay?